Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Kim Betts and this is where you will find all things floral. So today we're making my PeekaBoo Pumpkin Arrangement. I have this on my website for sale and I thought I would show you how I make it. It's got all kinds of assorted fall flowers in there. I start with a pumpkin. It's a ceramic pumpkin with a lid. I've got my pre-soaked floral foam in there, and I've added fresh water with some floral food. And of course you have to tape down your mechanics. So I've got the floral tape taping down my floral foam, and that's going to hold it securely in place. This is just an Oasis waterproof floral tape. You can get that from Amazon or any of your wholesaler supplies stores. And I'm just adding a little bit of extra water to the container to keep that foam wet. And we're going to start by greening out our arrangement. And I'm using a seeded eucalyptus to green it out and cover some of that foam. So I just start by cleaning off any of the leaves that are on the bottom of the stem, giving it a fresh cut, and inserting it right into that foam. We're going to do that all the way around this arrangement. This arrangement doesn't have a front or a back. It's basically a 360. So everything is being done completely all around the arrangement. So it looks good from all sides. And there it is, all done. So it's greened out, and now I'm ready to start adding some flowers. And I'm going to start by adding these beautiful fall mums. This is a smaller arrangement, so I'm cutting the mums individually off of the larger stem because I need a daintier fill with the flowers. And I've just tossed away that stem, and you can see I've got the nice flowers there. That's some solidago. I love solidago. It's a wonderful fill flower. It's just so dainty and it lasts forever. And I'm doing the same thing with the solidago. The stem is large and bushy, and I'm just cutting it apart into smaller pieces so that I can use it in this arrangement. You want to make sure you remove any of the leaves or foliage from the bottom portion of the stem so that you get a nice clean insertion into your foam. Now when I'm arranging flowers in a vase, I move my flowers a lot. When I'm arranging in foam, you want to try to not move them unless you have to. The foam is delicate, and the more you insert and pull the flower out, you're compromising the foam. It kind of breaks down and won't hold your flowers as well. So this is all my base layer of flowers. I'm using my mums, my solidago. I've greened it out with the eucalyptus. You can see now I'm done with the solidago, and now I want to add some focal flowers. These are beautiful orange crush roses. Just removing the guard petals, which aren't as pretty on the outside of the rose. Cutting that at an angle, nice and short. inserting it into the foam. And I am going to add a lid, which is why I call this my PeekaBoo Pumpkin, because the flowers peek out from the lid and then the base of the container. And that is dry floral foam that I'm going to hot glue into the lid. That's how I'm going to attach, or have it sit in the arrangement. So I'm going to hot glue that to the lid, and I'm going to use an old stem from some silk flowers that I have. It's nice and sturdy. I'm just going to cut off the branches there because I just need the base. And those little branches that I'm leaving kind of act as fingers that I'm going to press into that dry. See how I'm pressing it into that dry foam, and I'm going to hot glue it in place, and that's going to give me a real solid stem to attach that lid to my arrangement. Okay, so I hot glued some Spanish moss to the foam to kind of cover up some of that foam. I put some silk eucalyptus leaves on there. I thought that looked pretty. And I am hot gluing it right into the lid. Just hot gluing all of that foam right into the lid. I did cut some of that dry foam down as well. It was a little too thick, and now you can see it's nice and hidden in there. And I'm just pressing that right down into the wet floral foam. You cannot use hot glue in wet floral foam, so it's just being inserted just right down into that foam, but it's nice and sturdy. And there it is, so cute. And now you can really see why I named this PeekaBoo, because the flowers are now, being arranged in that space between the base of the container and the lid, and they're just peekabooing out. I'm just trimming away some of that excess Spanish moss that was sticking out. And I'm going to continue to add my orange roses. Adding those roses all the way around the arrangement. Nice and clean. I removed all the sepal petals. I cut the thorns off the stem. All the greenery has been removed. I blow the rose open a little bit so it's got more of a nice garden rose look to it. Not such a tight bud. And I am wiring the roses as well because I definitely don't want the heads to droop at all. So I have a 20 gauge stem wire, which is the size I like to use. And I cut it into about a 3-inch length and insert it right into that bottom calyx of the rose, and then just twist the remaining wire around the stem. And that gives us a nice sturdy rose that will not dip or droop in my arrangement. Just kind of blowing that rose open a little bit more. I like them to have a nice open, relaxed look. It's preference. If you prefer little buds, you know, you don't have to open up your bloom. You can also use spray roses in this arrangement. That would be really cute too, because it is a smaller arrangement, so daintier flowers would look nice in there. And I'm just adding some more solidago where I think I need it. And here's some orange carnations. I like the ruffly texture of the carnation next to the smooth rose. They look really nice together. I'm kind of staying in the same color family. It is a smaller arrangement, so the oranges and the yellows are my primary. I'm just brushing the carnation open a little bit more. When you brush a carnation to open it up, you want to make sure you hold on to the base, because if you don't, that carnation head will pop right off, and that will not make you happy. There it is. Looks really nice in there with the roses. And I'm continuing to add some of the dainty small mums. I'm using the small mum stems kind of as flyaways to give some dimension and depth to the arrangement. Just gently pressing it down into that foam. Sometimes as your arrangement gets full with flowers, it's harder and harder to insert those stems because you kind of lose real estate with your foam. That's kind of when you know you're almost done, when you start having too much trouble including new flowers. But I'm just gently finding spots and putting in those flyaways. Want to make sure you give your ends a nice fresh cut at an angle. Sometimes when I pull the blooms off of the larger stem, you know, it has a nodule where you pull it. You want to make sure you cut that. And here's some cute button mums. This really sets apart the arrangement. These little button mums were so crucial in the design. They really they break up all that orange and they really give a completely different texture to the arrangement. Very important element. Look how cute that is. I'm just inserting them all around the lid. And that's just one stem of button mums, so you get quite a bit of flowers. Look at all those blooms I got off that one stem. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 10 little blooms on that one stem. Well worth the money. Continuing to add a little bit more solidago. I really do design as I go. I'm not the kind of florist that has an exact recipe. I have a general recipe, but not exact. So I start off with my blooms and a general idea of what I want, and I design as I go. So no two arrangements that I make are ever quite the same. They're always slightly different. My customers seem to really appreciate that. So that about finishes up our arrangement today. This is the PeekaBoo Pumpkin, which I sell on my website in 3 different colors. That's some Crowning Glory. I always finish my arrangements with a spray of Crowning Glory to seal the blooms down and keep them from losing additional water through their bloom heads. But I sell this in 3 different colors, orange, sage, and white, as we did today, the white and gold. The flowers that we used are, we greened with some seeded eucalyptus, then we added in some filler solidago, and then I had some orange crush roses, some orange cushion mums, yellow button mums. I did put some hypericum berries in there. We have some orange fluffy carnations. And that completes our arrangement for today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and arranging this with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video today, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It helps out the channel a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video.